It seems you can't go online these days without being subjected to an onslaught of dodgy ads designed to scam us out of our life savings. And new data says we are falling for it.
It starts with a Facebook video.
You are one of the 45 chosen ones who will get a chance to earn money that will change your life.
Maybe you're curious enough to follow up, so you end up speaking to friendly, professional-sounding people who direct you towards amazing investment opportunities with talk of algorithms and Bitcoin generating high profits. It may all sound too good to be true, but for many, it's also too good to ignore.
They're getting a lot more complex these days. So if you look back 5 years, the level of technology was reasonably low. In the last 12 months in particular, we've seen very poor quality AI-based deepfakes, and now we're seeing something much greater. Every time we see one, it's a next generation version.
To those raised on technology and aware of developments in AI, the video may seem like an obvious fake. But to a generation oblivious to this stuff, there's little reason to think someone like Musk, who in real life is famous for headline-grabbing stunts, wouldn't randomly decide to give away money.
We do think that social media and technology is a factor for the over 65. They're clearly not digital natives.
They're more likely to have savings, they're more likely to have superannuation. That's why the scammers are targeting them.
New data from the ACCC backs this up. Older Aussies are increasingly in scammers' sights. Investment scams are the biggest generator, well ahead of remote access, romance and phishing scams. In 2023, we lost a whopping $2.7 billion, down from the previous year's record-setting $3.1 billion.
A lot of people are getting a lot better with their cyber literacy, so in terms of identifying what a scam is. But we also have to remember that these scammers are always trying to be one step in front.
The government is taking action with forthcoming mandatory codes of practice for banks, telcos and digital platforms.
If somebody loses money because a social media platform has done the wrong thing, or a telco has done the wrong thing, or a bank has done the wrong thing, and somebody's lost money to a scammer, then your compensation will follow.
But will these rules get the problem under control? And what will happen to those who have already lost their life savings?
This is not another video trying to swindle money out of you, because I respect you.
Gary Meachen lost nearly $500,000 to the Elon Musk scam that we just saw there. Gary, that's virtually all of your retirement savings gone. How are you and your wife coping?
Well, we've been through the devastation. It's one of those things that when you think about it, you get a fear because you look at the future and the future you had is gone. So, and then it's very difficult to sleep and it keeps coming back and, you know, you just have to deal with it, really.
Gary, good on you for standing up. I think it's a very brave thing to do, and you're really doing it well to alert people to these scams. A lot of people, when they do get scammed, not for the amount of money that you've been done for, but they're too embarrassed to come forward. Were you reluctant in the first place?
Not really. Not really. I sort of tend to say, OK, well, let's sort this problem out. Where is the problem? You know, and the problem I see is in the people, you know, on social media who are allowing these advertisements to go through that are falsified. And, you know, they're taking money and they're banking criminal money. So I'm here to say to the government, to say to the police, they've got to take some action here, because from what I can gather, we're pretty lackadaisical and Australians are being targeted.
So, Gary, how convincing was the scam?
They were very convincing, absolutely very convincing. Like, it's, you know, that's the gutting part of the whole thing, where you just get destroyed by the fact that you trusted them and they just took you for a ride. You feel like a bit of a fool, but anyway.
Gary, if the money doesn't come back, how are you going to get by?
Well, you know, I'm 71 years old, I'm pretty strong, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to wear down. We'll find a way some way of moving ahead. Well, I don't know, I've never been on the dole, I've never, you know, I've done everything correct in my life and, you know, I'll have to go on the pension. You know, why are elderly people in Australia being targeted by these people? Because we are the target. And they were telling us they're doing it, and a lot of people are losing their money, and they don't come forward because they're too embarrassed. But I'll take the embarrassment because, you know, that's the way it is.
Gary, there's no need to be embarrassed. About 70,000 Australians have been hit by scams so far this year. Something does need to be done, and done quickly. We appreciate you speaking out. Thanks for joining us.
OK, thank you.
And so great for Gary to be talking to us, because there shouldn't be any embarrassment here. We need to be talking about it so that people can be aware of what's going on.
I've almost been done by a scam, like those linked scam text
Every day I
messages,
get a
like
text,
10 of
every
them.
day. Yeah.
But that's heartbreaking. I mean, when you get to your 70s, all you've got left is your savings, and then you get conned. You have tears in your eyes watching that.
So
It's
wrong.
despicable.